Hello, Mom and Dad Meet World. So we are talking about the 11-inch M4 iPad Pro. It is this right here. We did the unboxing here a couple days ago, and I just wanted to give you a little comparison as we'd already put out our video on our initial impressions of the 13-inch, which is this model right here. And the 13-inch is quite awesome. It is big, it is beautiful, it is a lot thinner, but some people don't want a larger 13-inch. Maybe you wanted that more portable 11-inch iPad, and that is going to be the one that was in this box, and we're going to show you it right now. So there have been quite a few upgrades over the previous M1 and M2 iPad Pro, and very similar to the current generation M2 Air and last generation's M1 Air, although last generation's M1 Air was a 10.9 inch, but we've got it right here. This is indeed the 11-inch M4 iPad Pro, and we've just got a screen protector, and then we've got a case already on it because, well, these are devices that they're not loaner devices. They're not devices that we intend to take back. They are devices that we are going to keep, but I did put a screen protector on here. I do intend to replace this with a clear plastic film screen protector when they become available on Amazon Prime, so that will be done here in a little bit. But these are actually my favorite type of cases. I do like Apple's cases that have their own version of this trifold, but the only thing the Apple case doesn't do is this. You can see right here there's a little bit of a frame around this, and that little bit of a frame does help you protect the device just a little bit more. And in case you did not know, the cases from the previous 11-inch do not fit this device right here because camera placement and magnet placement are a little bit different. So, but here we go. This device is thinner. It is more rigid than previous generations iPad Pro 11-inch. I can't tell you how much thinner exactly, but maybe like a credit card thinner. So it's not going to be night and day thinner, but it does feel more sturdy, more rigid in the hand, which is great for anybody who is worried about bending or stability of it. But keep in mind that I'm not going to be attempting to bend this. This is going to be something that I intend to keep well protected, as you do see here with this already having a screen protector and a case already on it. But the iPad itself, big changes from last generation. One of the biggest changes is going to be the screen, where before you had an 11-inch IPS LCD screen, a lot similar to this right here. This is the iPad mini, and you can see here that the screen is not bad at all. The screen is actually fantastic, great color, looks beautiful. But what you have this year is you've got the tandem OLED, so dual stacked OLED display. It's very bright, it's very vibrant. So you are coming from this style display to a tandem OLED, where blacks indeed are true black. So the previous generation M1, M2 iPad Pro did not get the mini LED update, so you're going straight from that LCD to the tandem OLED display of this, and so it is bright, it is beautiful. First thing it'll have you do is it'll have you update the operating system right off the bat before you even set it up. I do suggest you do that. It'll update iOS 17.5 depending on when you are watching this. And yeah, you'll just set up the device from there. So physically, the other difference right here is the back camera. You have one singular back camera, which is totally fine because, to be honest with you, I never really used the back camera. I think I did use it for scanning maybe twice, and it was okay. You just had to move the iPad to where you weren't going to get shadows, but now they've done something to where the flash is more like a fill flash, so it'll help create against those shadows. It'll help create a better scan to not have those shadows in there. And then the second part about the camera is going to be right here. So if you check out the middle, you've got the true depth camera and the front facing camera right there. And with this camera right here, to me, it's nice. It's moved from the top to the side, but it's okay to me. It was not a deal breaker on whether or not the iPad needed to have it, because I honestly don't use the front facing camera at all either. I'm not on a lot of Zoom calls. So this main purpose of the iPad right here is for consumption. It's going to be for media consumption, whether it be YouTube, Hulu, Paramount Plus, Max, whatever streaming service that I'm using, that is what it's going to be used for primarily. I do like surfing the web with it, checking email, just doing light stuff. If I need to jot down a note, I do love that I can just put it down here and then come back to it on the Mac, which I've got sitting right here, or review it on the iPhone, which I've got recording me right here. So that's been really, really handy to have. When I do review photos are fantastic to review on here, and they're even better now because with the photos, you have that tandem OLED display. They are going to look amazing on here, and yeah, they're just going to look pretty darn amazing on this beautiful tandem OLED display right here. Colors pop. Blacks truly are a lot more darker. They are a true black because the pixels just go off and the screen just pops. It's really, really amazing. Can't say more enough about the screen except how awesome it is. The only thing better, and it's not even better, but the only thing going to be a little bit more immersive than this screen is going to be the screen on the bigger iPad Pro 13. Yes, the 13. And the thing with the 13 is just big. You've got a bigger display. They are the same quality screen. They're both tandem OLED displays, but again, this is just a bigger display. So the other thing to talk about is battery life. I was coming from a 11-inch M1 iPad Pro also. We had the 11 and the 12.9 M1s. Did not upgrade to the M2 iPad Pros. Missed out on that hover feature for the Apple Pencil, but that's okay. And missed out a little bit on that extra power, but the M1 iPad Pro was phenomenal. Both in power, performance, response. It was fantastic. So didn't feel like we needed to update to the M2 iPad Pro. But then with the 11-inch, as I said again, coming from the screen IPS LCD to tandem OLED, and now M1, M2 to M4. This is phenomenal. So let me talk to you. I totally skipped over about this model. So this is the M4, 256 gig of storage, 8 gigs of memory. This is slightly binned, so 3 performance cores, 6 high efficiency cores. So it is binned, so Wi-Fi and cellular also. I have not noticed any difference in speed in using these for the past couple days between the larger 13-inch iPad Pro and then this 11-inch iPad Pro. It's been very, very responsive. And again, having that 120 hertz ProMotion tandem OLED display, everything just responds very, very well. But going back to battery life, that was a long tangent to divert away from battery life. So the 11-inch, the battery life on it was okay. You could consume media, you could play, stream, whatever for that true 10 hours or so. And with this right here, it's just been sipping the battery life. Also, it's just done a restore, but it's going to be a little bit of a long-term review on whether or not getting that thinner chassis did actually help or hurt the battery life performance. But I don't know how it would help it any, but I do know with those 6 high efficiency cores that I could see it helping these devices quite a bit, because if you're going to use those high efficiency cores for pretty much doing everything except for the heavy lifting, then yeah, it should just sip the battery life. So that's going to be another long-term review video on the battery life. So let's get back to talking about form factor between these two. You've got the 13-inch M4 iPad Pro, and then you've got this guy right here. This is the 11-inch M4 iPad Pro, and you could see there is quite a big size difference. Yes, I know that I do have a case on both of them. This is actually a heavier duty case on the 13-inch, and you've got a much smaller, slimmer, lighter case on the 11-inch. But the 13-inch, it's a little bit big, so if you've never used a device this big, you might look at it and go, wow, this is really big, this is unwieldy. I know that for a long time, for about 2 months, but this got to be used more when I traded in the 12.9-inch M1 iPad Pro in hopes and the rumors that the 13-inch was going to be coming out, but it never dissipated, not for another 2 months. So it was jarring to go from a 12.9-inch device to the 8.3-inch iPad mini, and then to go back from the mini to a larger device. It's also just as jarring because this thing is very portable. You hold it in your hand, you take it with you to bed, take it with you pretty much anywhere and everywhere. You don't notice it, but something bigger, you're definitely going to notice this bigger device. However, this could be the Goldilocks device of all of them right here in the size and the form factor, with this being an 11-inch. So still got a big, beautiful, immersive display, but the cool thing with this is it's a lot more portable. Very, very comparable to this right here. Again, it's not going to be anywhere near as portable. You can put this in a jacket pocket. If you had big pants pocket, put that right in there. You're not going to do that with this, but you do have that more immersive screen if you did want to view your content, check email, read the newspaper like I do on here. And I will also equate this to the original iPad. So if you take a look at these two right here, between the original iPad, this one right here in its case, and the M4 11-inch iPad Pro, they are very, very similar in size, in form. I mean, with the case on here, you couldn't tell the difference. And the actual original is quite heavier, unsurprisingly, as tech gets, better than this one right here. And this is going to be exponentially way more powerful than the original iPad, which is right here. Apple calls the M4 iPad Pro as revolutionary as the original iPad, and I would have to say, yeah, because you're getting an 11-inch screen versus the 9.7-inch screen at the time, and in just a beautiful, beautiful compact form factor that you can pretty much take anywhere with you. Use this as a sidecar display, which I've done quite a few times on the older 11-inch M1 iPad Pro. I tend to use it as another sidecar display, and it's just phenomenal to take with you. Whether or not you're going to be taking this on a plane or a train ride, this is going to be really, really phenomenal. So really, this was just my initial hands-on. This has only been used for about a day right here. So first impression hands-on, really, really smooth, very powerful, restored everything really quickly. And it could be pretty much the Goldilocks of all of the devices right here, between the bigger iPad Pro and between the smaller iPad mini. And it does have the power, the performance, the speed of the larger device, but in a more compact body of the 11-inch device right here. There's nothing more to say about it. Long-term reviews, we'll find out how it holds up, especially with the battery life, which I'm really, really curious about. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. I really enjoy using the iPad. It's really, really awesome in my opinion. I think you will too. Hopefully this video has helped you out. If it did, you know what to do. Please hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps out our channel. And until next time, bye for now. Thanks for watching.